Hello, guys. Another werewolf interview. We are with Steven Morana tonight, the star of Red Talons, one of the hottest premiere elevated cinematic verticals in the space from Salty TV. And we're going to talk about Red Talons, but we're also going to talk about a horizontal that he was in called Beast Within, which I have watched, which was really good. So we're going to just do a little compare and contrast and have a lot of fun talking about werewolf stuff with Steven, the werewolf, the alpha. Yes.
Well, that's quite the intro.
Yeah,
Are
thank you.
we, so I'm just checking though, are we allowed to talk about horizontals? Is that okay?
It's
Like that we're
fine.
gonna do this?
Yeah,
This
we're doing it. We're
is
going
allowed
there.
in the
We're
okay,
going there.
as long as you're saying it's okay. So
I'm fine. I'm fine with it, and I'm in charge. It's my
okay,
werewolf week.
it
I
is
get
your
to talk
world.
about it. I get to
You're
talk
just
about
living
it.
in it.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of fun. I think it's pretty cool, like to do a vertical horizontal comparison. I
I think
mean,
it's going to be a great conversation. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, and we talked about this before that, Beast Within was one of my big breakout hits on the horizontal side,
Yeah.
like Red Talons was on the vertical side. It just
Yeah.
happened they were both werewolf stories.
Werewolf related. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was the motivation too with the Morana Pack side of things,
Yep.
building our fan page and everything, because I just felt that connection always to this werewolf world that I was in, whether it was horizontal or vertical. I'm like, it's
Yep.
following me around, so it's just part of who I am
It's
and
now
how I.
who you are. You howl at the moon at night. We know it, Stephen. We know it. We know you're. No, I'm just kidding. No. I love it. I think it's great, and I hope that you can do another werewolf vertical at some point here
Yeah,
soon.
I'd
Yeah.
love to. I'd love
Yeah.
to. We'll
Yeah.
see.
But it'll be fun to talk about your different characters, Victor and August. August was your character
Okay.
in Beast Within because they both kind of were very different. Like
Hmm.
you were saying, like August was more of like a beta. Like he was a little quieter. He was more of a tech guy, right? And so, um,
Yeah.
but just a background, give us a quick background on Beast Within. So it's on Amazon Prime if anyone wants to watch it. It's a quick watch and it's really good. Like I really liked it. So
Actually, the vertical crowd would really like it too, like your
yeah,
traditional that are expecting, because there's definitely a love story there. There's
yep,
werewolves
yep,
and there's a lot of big twists in it. So it
yep,
fits the vertical mo You could
it
definitely make
does.
that into a vertical version very easily.
Easy, easy. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that tracks well. And yeah, it was just a fun, it's a whodunit horror
Mm-hmm.
thriller, if you could
Mm-hmm.
mash those all together. Agatha Christie meets horror.
Yes, that is the best way to put it. Like when you say Agatha Christie, because it's like kind of has a slow build,
Mhm.
um, and it gets really intense at the end. It's perfect. I loved it, and I'm not a thriller. I mean, I like suspense. I like whodunit type stuff, and the werewolf part is there, but it's like how does it work in is kind of fascinating. So, but yeah, it is. And you are the premise is that you were a tech company hired by this kind of bizarre, kind of eccentric
Yeah.
genius who hired you guys to build. He had built a game, a card game, and he wanted you to build it into an app or like a yeah.
Yeah,
So
like
that was like the premise of the movie itself.
the werewolf card game that was
Yes.
based that's the practical game was now being digitized into this
Yeah.
app. And this
Yeah.
was the launch party
Yes.
to send it off. And ironically, the game comes to life.
The game comes to life. Yeah.
So somebody at the party starts playing the killer werewolf
Yeah.
as character. We don't
Yep.
think no one's sure if it's a real werewolf or just somebody in a costume trying to like
Yes.
play off that thing. And that's the debate throughout the film. Is like, no, it's a real werewolf. It's like that doesn't exist. What the hell are you
That
talking
doesn't
about?
exist. Yes, yes. There
It's
was a
just this,
lot of like,
this is
so
just a
this
crazy
wasn't like,
killer.
yeah, and it wasn't like steeped in like book talk lore, werewolf lore. It's like there was no fated mates. It was a very different, this is like the werewolf is the enemy, and you guys are kind of up against who is there a werewolf though? We don't know. I'm not going to give any
Or
spoilers away,
no.
but
Now,
you know,
and
yeah.
just to add to what you're saying about like the werewolf lore that they did focus on was like from traditional classic films in the
Yes.
space. So they would make references to the Howling or Bela Lugosi or like the classics from like the original Wolfman
Yeah.
like films. And so that's where they play a big homage to the classics and the werewolf lore that built it up to that. And I think what now Verticals is now taken on like that timeline. But yeah, it's definitely a different type of
Different.
werewolf
Yeah.
than the vertical werewolf that you're used to on that side. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting their take. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't get any of that, any of the backstory and any of the references, PS, because I have
That's okay.
never,
That for like the
the layman. Yeah.
film nerds or the werewolf nerds that like a good werewolf story, they're gonna eat it up
They
for sure.
got it. Yeah. It was all foom, right over my head. I had no idea.
Well,
So
that was Stan's character. He was like the geeky
he
guy
was
that
so
he made
funny.
all the references.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he was great.
okay. Okay. So he is okay. So I really liked his character. So
Yeah. It was
yeah.
a good dynamic. Like it was kind of like a buddy film, like a buddy comedy
Yes. Yes.
at
Yes.
times. Like that was a comic relief, and then shit got
It
really
got
heavy.
really real and sad and
Well,
real. And yeah, it was good. I really liked it. I really liked it. And I'm a kind of a hard sell when it comes to that style of movie,
yeah,
like
I
I
know you're
really
not
yeah.
you don't really want to go too slasher, too
Not too slasher, but and I also don't want to go too suspense. Like I don't
yeah.
love that feeling of like, and it had it there, but it was also like a little, it was like a mystery. It really was like a whodunit mystery. It was good. It was
I
good.
and I've gotten that response where it was like it was a good entry level, like if you didn't want to go full horror,
Yes.
we give a lot of comic relief in it. So
Yes.
you get a break and you can kind of
Yep.
just like, oh,
Yep.
this
Yep.
is
Yep.
fun. And then, ooh,
Yes.
okay, but
Oh,
this is
yeah.
great. Yeah. So
Yes.
it is
Yes.
that roller coaster
Yes. It
that
was a
the
romantic
show.
comedy. Let's call it that.
It sometimes it was
So,
for
well,
bits, for bits.
there was some good humor beats in there. I really do. As a person who loves, I love my comedy. So,
Yeah.
but August was a very different character than Victor though. Like we all know Victor was
Oh my
kind of
God.
that like alpha male. And
Yeah.
August didn't want to be at the party and he didn't want anything to do with the public. It seemed like it. And he wanted to talk to his girl the whole time, but he had to be at this party anyway. So,
Yeah. It
yeah.
was very yin and yang
Yeah, very
character.
different characters. Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
fun as an actor. That's all I can ask for is
Oh,
I just want to
right?
be challenged and work on different spectrums of emotions and
Yeah.
character development. And
Yes.
so yeah, it was but his arc, I mean, without spoiling anything, there's demands that his character has to overcome to get
Hmm.
where he needs to go, just the same way as on Victor's side, where he had this harsh side to him, but he had to find that other side
Yeah.
as
Like
well.
they almost like
Right?
kind of like
They're
did
opposites,
opposite.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean, without spoiling, I guess I should give more
no, no,
context. So,
it's
like,
fine. Yeah. But
if it like on the August side, he was this person that was, yeah, more
reserved.
reserved,
Yeah.
more like couldn't stand up for himself, didn't have that same backbone, and he
Yeah.
had to find the strength to be that hero
Yes.
to fight against the evil forces that were out there.
Yes.
Versus Victor came off very harsh, very hard out on the exterior,
Hmm.
and he had to find that sensitive side. He had to find what to really fight for,
Yeah.
which was inevitably his family, the people that he loved.
Yep.
So it's just interesting to see that arc, that swing in
Yeah.
the character.
They both did like kind of an opposite,
Opposite, yeah.
but both still like great character. I mean, like, I love the part in Beast Within, you're like talking, you were in the bathroom. And you're like, because you're gonna like talk about like how you're gonna talk to this girl about because you kind of offended her and you had to like kind of anyway, that was really fun.
That's a good vertical moment. That's why
That was really good. Yeah.
there's a lot of like rom-com moments
Yeah.
or romantic
Yeah.
moments in it throughout, and we it was a strong love story throughout,
It really was.
for
Yeah.
sure.
And like I mean it wasn't your traditional love story. I mean, the romance, the relationship arc was not the center point of
Mhm.
this story, but it was important. And she was like a kick-ass girl too, in
Yeah,
Beast Within. I loved her. Yeah. It was
yeah. It
like, give
definitely
me a girl with a
drove.
gun. That sounds
Yeah.
horrible, but I like shooting guns. I think it's fun. It's like anyway, it's not. I mean,
Well,
in
no, in the story, I mean, yeah, she has her
a
heroine
handgun. Yeah,
role in
she
it as
does.
well. So,
Yeah,
it's got a lot packed in. You gotta,
it
if you
is.
guys
Yeah,
haven't seen it, I know
go
most people that
watch it. Yeah, if
are
you want to
watching
watch
Verticals,
Steven in
but
a totally different role, and
yeah,
you look younger, like your hair's cut a little bit tighter and
it's
like
really short. Yeah, the
really
short
short.
hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You have a different. You do. You have a different look. You do. You look. Um, yeah, still look good, but just younger, just like different. It's a
Well, and
totally
then
different role.
and you just played. It was just playing a younger guy,
Yeah.
more. I think
He's
also
like a
that
little
like
more geeky,
yeah, like
you
that
know.
when you have that confidence or that sternness to like a Victor Maru that ages you
It
even just
does.
in that world because it's life experience
Yes. Yes.
and there's just a
100%.
certain like demeanor that one carries as they age
Oh
and
yeah.
get more
And
sure of themselves.
yeah, and but Victor like got more hardened. But that's like kind of the werewolf world, you know. It's like you have to be a little tough to survive in that world, especially
Yeah,
the Red Talons world that
that
was built.
universe. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Red
It's a,
Talons one, which is very different from the regular werewolf verticals, you know.
yeah.
Didn't Christianne say she didn't read any of the werewolf lore before she,
Like the from the vertical side.
yeah, she like
I
before
I'm
she
not
wrote it. I think she said that.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I
Yeah.
know she like watched some samples of stuff that was out there and she just
Yeah.
knew that she was going in a whole other
Yeah,
direction.
she totally did. Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, yeah, she that was an actual universe. That was actually a
it
world that was
was.
built.
Yeah.
And that was the difference. Whereas a lot of the verticals you see in the werewolf space, they're like basically a CEO, but they just
Yeah.
say alpha and mate and
Yes.
these
Yes. I
terms,
actually
these
just
werewolf terms.
I don't know if you read it yet, but I posted my rating guide for werewolves, and that's one of them. I'm like, I'm giving it a thumbs down if they just do a word swap, you know, it's like copy and
Yeah.
repeat
And you can
onto
totally
a
tell that.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can
Like they're
totally
literally in a
tell.
suit sitting there and just like,
In
I am
in
the
like a
alpha.
in like an office, like they're a
Yeah. Yeah.
CEO and they're like a
Yeah.
werewolf.
That confused me.
I'm like, no, no, that does not, no, that is
Yeah.
not a werewolf vertical. Sorry.
Where,
There are
where,
a couple that are good, but no. I need like the woods. I need old. I need like,
yeah.
you
And
know,
it
cabiny
makes
or
even the verbiage, right? Like saying you're my mate or
yeah, it just
you'll
doesn't
submit to
work.
me or it works and if it's old English
Yes.
in a period piece, which
Yeah.
Red Talons painted this world where it just didn't feel awkward that they're using terms that would never be used in modern
Yeah.
day, right?
A hundred
It's
percent.
used, it suits the time, the era that you're
Yeah.
in, and you believe the world.
A
You
hundred
get
percent.
sucked
And
into it.
Red Talons kind of had a mafia feel too. Like
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
bit. It was like almost like a mafia with the werewolf layer
Yeah.
on it. Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
And that's what made it fun. It had
It did.
Christianne referenced it too, the Peaky Blinders meets
Yes.
werewolf
Yes.
type of
Yes.
vibe.
Yeah.
And yeah, even with how the clans were fighting against each
Yeah.
other and
Exactly. And then like the
uh,
marriage to like unite both of the to unite them and
yeah.
like that was very very mafia-esque.
Hmm.
Great great. Two of my favorite genres coming together.
There you
Awesome.
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, and I love it when there's like a little tension between like rivalry. It's not just the romance, but there's got to be some stuff going on. But in Red Talons, we know it wasn't necessarily the other pack that was the problem in the end. So if
Mm.
anyone's seen it, we're not going to say who the real problem is, but we know
Whoever
we need
hasn't
a
seen it yet,
sequel. What's that?
well, I mean, no, I was just gonna say if you haven't seen it yet, I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
I know,
go watch it
seriously.
right away. Like, especially
Yeah.
right now for this time, spooky
Yeah.
season.
Spooky season
Perfect.
and Salty TV finally came out with a subscription. So it's a lot
Yeah.
easier. It'll be a lot easier to watch it. Even if
There's a
you
lot.
do a
Yeah.
weekly and then you just cancel it, like that's a great way to sample all of their stuff because Salty TV has some great verticals, but it's been a little bit not as accessible. So,
And that's great because I know there was a lot of feedback from the fans when it came out a few
yeah.
months ago. And I know some fans even said, I'm gonna wait until they add this or I have to
Yes.
collect coins, it's taking too long. So I'm just glad that they
Yes.
made that update. So hopefully it goes to a whole new fan base
I
that
hope
hasn't been able to
so.
watch it yet.
I hope so. I hope
Yeah.
so. We should actually say something about that on the Marana Pack. P.S.
All right.
We'll
Yeah.
talk about business right now. We should say that something about that on the Marana Pack. P.S.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Okay. I mean,
Okay.
you'll probably remember. I'll probably
I'll
forget.
beat you to it. I'll
That's
have it.
probably
I'll have
that's
it.
always what
I'll have a
happens with
post ready by tomorrow morning. So we're good. We'll be fine. But okay. So then we also had like, I mean, what were some of the other what was the difference between horizontal? How long did it take you to shoot Beast Within versus Red Talons? Like, what was the difference with the horizontal vertical kind of experience?
It's less pages per day. So
Yeah.
it's usually so a vertical these days that is ethical and nice and pleasant, it's about t 10 pages per day,
Okay. Yeah.
right? And but they go a lot higher than that. I know people that have, I've done 16, 20-page days,
Oh,
and I know a lot of people have. And so, but yeah, a good middle ground is like right now in verticals, 10 pages,
okay.
right? Whereas an indie film traditionally is about
Okay.
6 to 7
And how
tops.
long is it? How long is the script in an indie? Well, they're about the same, right?
Plus or minus, I mean, about like I'm seeing a trend now. Verticals are getting a little bit shorter.
Shorter,
Like
thank
they're gonna go
goodness. Yes.
like, which I think is good because
I
I
think it
think
is
there
too.
was the writing was getting a little redundant in places, and
Yes. Yes.
you can just keep the pacing going and just let it move along.
Yes.
But
All about that.
with Beast Within, it was a 15-day shoot at about 6 pages a day,
Okay. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Whereas your typical vertical now, they don't even shoot them in, like when verticals were starting out, they were doing a lot of 10-day shoots. They
Hmm.
don't do that too much anymore. It's more 7 to 8, I see is the
Okay.
average, and they're doing a lot of verticals that are now 5 days.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're
So
shorter. Yeah, no, I know. I like the shorter ones because I feel like they're getting to there's so much filler in verticals, and so
yeah,
if I see it's like 45 episodes, I'm like, "Oh, great. That means we're not going to
yeah.
have like a gala scene and a banquet scene, like all this like just total filler that just
And
is a
even
waste
Red
of
Talons
time."
was, speaking of which, Red Talons was I think 50 chapters or
Yeah, it was
51
about
chapters.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
So
I think
I like 50
I do
chapters,
too.
50 something chapters, no more than 60 chapters on verticals. And that's how I'm
Yeah.
writing too.
Yeah.
And if they want me to extend it, I'll extend it. But I actually present it that way to keep the pacing up.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I know a lot of times you see in verticals like the paywalls so exciting for better or worse, whether it's cringe exciting or
Yes.
great exciting, but
Yeah.
they really focus on the paywall and then it drops
And
off
then
and
it
becomes, like
drops.
you said, filler. And I'm like, well, why can't we just keep that pace going? Like
Yeah.
cut out those other
Yeah.
excessive pieces and
Yeah.
just tighten it up and have it be memorable and like write more sequels. Like I just want to make these all
Oh,
like franchises and multiple
right. I
seasons.
think we
So
all want that. I mean, they
and
talked about
I know
that
you
at,
guys do. We've talked about
yeah,
it at length, right?
multiple
So
times. LA Market, we talked about it a lot too.
yeah,
At the LA Market, they talked a lot about doing sequels and doing horizontal vertical mashups where it's like we I loved this idea at LA Market. So like we could take Beast Within and then we could do a vertical version of Beast Within as a sequel. Like why not merge the
or
two
shoot it,
together?
or you shoot them both.
Yeah. Yeah.
Candy Jar does that a lot.
Yeah, they
We've
do.
talked
They
about it at the
shoot
market
horizontal and then they crop it.
and
Mhm.
vertical and or like you like a spin-off, like you said, like
Yeah.
you have the horizontal and then you make the Beast Within vertical, and it's like either it could be like its own like, yeah, like a spin-off basically, like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
side like that's still in the same universe,
Yep.
or maybe you just adapt it as a sequel in
Yeah.
verticals instead of going like kind of
Horizontal.
like what you see if it was a bunch of movies and then it just becomes a TV series. Like they
Exactly.
could be the same universe but not necessarily the
Yeah.
same characters and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I love that. And then that gives a lot of continuity and character building for the actors too. Like you get, more of a um more predictable just so you're not like applying for more and more verticals. You have got
Oh
a
yeah,
little
it
bit more,
gives
what is that called? Job assurance.
longevity
Yeah. Yeah.
or well and also it's fun if there's a character that you really
Yeah.
settled into, that
Yeah.
you could explore other areas of the
Yes.
character that were
Yes.
unfinished. Like, yeah, it's something like Red Talons where,
Oh
they're on the
yeah.
run. And wouldn't it be cool to see like the next battle or the next,
Oh,
what does that look like with the characters you've already fallen in love
yeah.
with,
Yeah.
you've
I love
had
that.
this connection with,
Yeah.
like with Victor and the family, all those things that they're dealing with, plus
Yeah.
his family that's like chasing after them or whatever wolves, like what side are they going to be on when it's all done? So
Yeah. It's
I guess I'm kind of
fascinating.
spoiling some things right now, but
No, you're not. No.
I'm
I
being
like
in generalities, but
you're being general enough. Yeah.
General enough. Okay, I have
Then
your
you're
approval.
definitely being general enough. Yes, 100%. I don't think
But yeah, essentially, yeah, there's a lot of, and I know everybody's been talking about this, like there's a lot of cliffhanger endings that don't have
I know. Yeah.
like sequels, and wouldn't that be
Yeah.
so great for the space? So I think
Oh,
that's going to be another push in this next phase
I
to
hope
have
so.
multiple seasons. And
Yeah.
I've suggested when I've been talking in meetings too is let's shoot them and stack it, and you'll save.
Yeah.
So what I'm
Totally.
proposing is like don't make a vertical that's like it's some, like I said, it's not as rare now, it's not as common now, but like the 10-day ones or even the 7 or 8, let's do a 5-day. We do two 5-day ones. Like, so we
Yeah.
do two seasons and then
Yeah.
stack it. So if you are going to do 10 days, you're doing two series.
Yes. I
And
love
then you
that.
could, and then you could
Love
like
that.
space out the release period where
Yeah.
maybe you have
It makes
one,
so much more sense.
and then if you want to go and shoot for several weeks, you could shoot like
Four
four
or five
seasons. You could do,
together. It's like
yeah, just do it.
it's like doing a season of sitcom, where they'll shoot
Yeah,
multiples at
like
a time.
TV
Yeah.
series do this
Yeah,
all the time, and
exactly.
so you just stack it because then you save money on the production because you're doing it
Yep.
in bulk.
Be right
So
there.
you don't have to keep on flying them if they're flying, or if it's the cruise, you don't have to like find like there's time and money spent when you're gathering all the resources
Oh
too and having
yeah.
to
Oh,
find. So
100%. Yeah.
everything's already set, and then a lot of the sets might be the same, so you can reuse those sets and they're
Yeah.
already there, and
Oh
you
yeah.
just you so there's like so many elements that you'll save if you shoot in bulk
Oh yeah.
and stack
So
it, and
smart.
then oh
I
my
think
God,
people
now
are
you
just
have
afraid to try anything new in this space. Well, some people aren't, but the general sense is like, no, this is working, this is the algorithm, we're sticking with it. So we just need visionaries like Steven Morana
oh
to
stop
bring us to
stop.
the light, bring bring us to a new land of vertical,
Well, thank you. And
you
well,
know,
you're on the same, that's why we're on the same page that way. We think the same
yeah,
where you're pushing on your end from the media
trying,
side, from the
yeah,
influencer
trying to
side,
do something.
um,
Yeah,
to to push the envelope and have and have that shake up the
yeah.
industry.
Trying to
So
think. Okay, so anything else different with Beast Within? I mean, because you hadn't done verticals yet before Beast Within, right? Yes, that was 2020. It was like right
yeah,
before
so
COVID.
well with that,
Or was it? Yeah, because it
well
was really, yeah.
when it was like, yeah, from my experience from the horizontal side of things, there was, I mean, you didn't always get it because it was still indie and it was still low budget. So
Yeah.
you couldn't afford more than a couple of takes anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it's
Right.
still, so I
It
feel
did
in that
have that
case,
feel, like it still had that like vertical flavor to it. Like it wasn't
mhm.
this super high-end production, but you don't, obviously we know you don't need that to tell a good story,
Well, especially in that horror thriller space,
Yeah.
that's a big thing I'm trying to push. If we can find the right app, I mean, it takes more than just plopping it on an app. We need to have
Yes.
the marketing
The
behind it,
marketing.
and we
Yes.
need we need to do it multiple times and put a lot of
Yeah.
marketing to find this new demographic.
Yes.
I'm telling people like imagine if you just drop like if you were just to drop Scream on the Hallmark channel,
Yeah.
how
It's
who's gonna
never
watch it, right? Like,
exactly, exactly.
right?
That is,
But
yeah.
but then if you're on Netflix and you have Scream and you have Hallmark like nice Christmas movies and stuff, there is, a
There's an
section for
audience
each
for it.
part.
Yeah.
But like, so how do you get to be the vertical Netflix, or are verticals just going to be the Hallmark channels and Lifetime channels? So
Yeah.
that's, I mean, they're all great, but do we need 400 of them? Probably not. We could
No.
probably do with some other genres and some other
Yeah.
takes on things.
Yeah. It just takes different
Um,
marketing. I think we do.
yeah,
But like Beast Within could have easily been a vertical. Like
yeah.
it was
I thought
really,
about it. I was like,
yeah. The way it hooked and the way, yeah. I mean, it was a little bit slower pace in the beginning, but I personally like that, but it might not. But we do need more
well,
thrillers because I do know that's like so everyone wants them.
if you recall, we start off with a like a scary scene or something
That's due.
intense.
Yes, you do. That's true.
And
Yeah,
that is a common formula. So in
it is. Yeah.
horror actually has a lot of pacing like a vertical, but just in a different, like if it's a movie, it's a different type of pacing. So, and this is
Okay.
something actually I've talked on panels about too, where people are all about like, okay, the biggest thing about verticals is it's the 1 to 2 minute TikTok
Yes.
segments, right?
Yes.
And so I say,
Yes.
well, just imagine if you're watching TV that it was like 5 minutes or in
Yeah.
movies, like if it's a good horror that has that type of pacing, you start off with a bang. That's like your paywall to hook the
Yep.
audience, and those are going to
Yep.
be in your trailers and everything. And then you're going to have a little like, exposition, figure out who are the players, what's
Hmm.
going on. But then there's got to be like, if it's a horror, there's got to be something exciting happening. They make it like every 7, 10 minutes tops, which is
Yeah.
different than the 2 minute segments, right?
Yeah, but yes, yeah, totally. But I
And
mean, in vertical sometimes they lead up. They'll kind of drop things. There's the cutoff every 1 to 2 minutes, but they'll have overlap. Where it's
yeah, like, but
5 minutes to something big. But yeah,
yeah, but
no, it
essentially, like
totally
where the
fits.
scene cuts, it's usually a
Yep.
little quicker.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, and in ours, yeah, there was a bit of a slow burn in the beginning,
Yeah,
and
I
then
like
it was
that.
like almost every 5 minutes,
Yeah.
almost every 2 minutes, became vertical pace where it's like boom, 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 boom,
At
boom,
the
boom, boom,
end,
boom.
yeah, which was great.
Yeah, yeah. So of course, like we do it in film. It's just we do give those spaces sometimes. And yeah,
Yes.
vertical spacing is different than traditional like on the
Yes.
film side. But yeah, it's there's totally room for that. And you can totally just you can find like where the scene cuts and have an
Hmm.
interesting moment. I think people got to also trust in that like tension building, reveals,
Yes.
excitement can be
Yes.
done in good dialogue. If you
Yes. a
just
hundred
write
percent.
great
Oh,
dialogue,
yeah.
you could get
You can
that
add.
slap that you're looking for
Yes.
in
Yes.
some big line, like a mic drop line or
Yep.
something
Exactly.
that's brought through the acting and the performance and
Yeah.
these other elements. And if you're already invested because you have all that built up to it,
Yeah.
though, I mean, Tarantino built his films around those types of tension
Yeah.
moments,
a hundred
right? Where you
percent.
could have like a 10-minute scene and it's just going back and forth and you're just glued to the set. You just, what's going to happen next? It's like you
Yeah.
get so anxious just feeling
Just in the
how the
dialogue.
pacing is
Yeah.
going.
Well, because
So,
sometimes the character development, if it's done right, it can, that is just enough of a hook for me,
hmm.
like dropping the backstories and the reveals about what happened between, whatever the tension was. It doesn't have to be a
Doesn't have
slap.
to be like physical
Yeah.
violence necessarily,
No, it does
or
not.
that's the gratuitous stuff, right? Like
Oh,
I'm a stunt guy, obviously. I want to do my
yeah.
action stuff,
Yeah.
and but we can just get away from the gratuitous stuff and go more into character driven, story driven
Yes. Yes.
excitement,
And there can be so
action.
much tension. I mean, there's so many movies that I love that are just, it's all basically dialogue, but it's like so intense. So, yeah,
Yeah,
it can be done. We just need the audience to go along with it. Like everyone,
yeah.
just everyone go along with it. We'll just tell them all. Just do
Well,
it.
I feel like right now, and what I'm pushing is we find a good hybrid where
Yeah.
central story is still a romantic story because that's what we know and love, and who doesn't
Yes.
like a good romance? But then we can elevate it with other areas with like a good action backstory
Oh, I
or
would love
or
that.
more horror elements or thriller
Yes.
elements.
Or dark
And
comedy. We've talked about
yeah,
dark
yeah, I
comedy
know
before.
you kept on telling me like comedy, comedy,
I'm pushing it.
comedy.
Comedy, but dark comedy would be so good because there's so
Yeah.
much character development in a dark comedy too.
Yeah.
You know.
I love like dramedies too.
Oh
They're in
yes,
the
me
same
too. Me
vein
too.
in that way where again, like we were talking about in Beast Within, where you can have this crazy kill scene that's like, ooh, but then there's this part that kind of makes it lighter and cracks
Yeah.
a joke, lightens it up a
Yeah.
bit before
Yeah.
we go to
It's
the
so
next
perfect. Yes.
intensity. And
Yeah, such a good movie. I'm
I'm
still
glad you
thinking
liked
about
it.
it. Yeah, I really liked it. Everyone should watch it. Amazon. I had to re-download Amazon. I think all of my like big apps like that are like, I mean, it was like, how the apps on your iPhone can like get up into the cloud, like if you don't
Yes.
use them for a while, like they're still on your phone, but so all of my like Netflix, Hulu, Disney on
Oh
my
my
phone, they're
God.
all like up in the cloud. Like I have to like re-download, re-log in.
You know you're the vertical influencer when.
I know. I should have taken a screenshot before I did that because that was
I
really funny.
that is a fascinating piece. Like talk about differences since I've been in the space, learning that like a lot of the fans do not watch television or
Not anymore.
rarely, or they just totally converted. It's like they don't remember the last time they did.
I can't.
And
Well, no, I can remember. We just start. That's a whole nother conversation. But okay. Anything else about werewolves? Like, what about? Okay, so in Beast Within, you didn't really play a werewolf the whole time, but when you
we
stepped
can't.
I
Well,
can't
whatever we, I
picture.
mean, there's a big reveal if we say. So I guess yes, we'll just say for now that yes, what you're trying to say is that I wasn't the werewolf, I was fighting the werewolf.
You weren't the
I was
if it
fighting the
was.
werewolf,
You were
whatever
fighting
that
it,
was.
yeah. But what is it like to play a werewolf? Like, what is it like? So I'm assuming it becomes almost like you're putting on a costume and I mean, figuratively, like, because you're acting, right? So you embrace that. But like being a werewolf and having to, did you growl a lot in Red Talons? I'm trying to remember. There was a lot of growling in the fight scenes and like, like
I
embracing
would
the
do
alpha
like I
energy.
did like growl like a lot of that stuff,
Yeah.
like a lot of
Yeah.
the breathing hard, like
Yeah. The like yeah, guttural. Yes. Yeah.
that type of thing. Did I do any like big
In the
I don't
fight scenes, I think there was a couple. Yes.
I think because I know we would do it before, like while we were just before we were going to do a take.
Okay.
We would like sometimes Christiane made us like howl just
I
to
love
get the
that.
energy going.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But did I always do it in a scene? Not necessarily. I know some of my co-stars would like do like, but they would also I think add like dub like like a Foley like a sound effect growl
Yes. Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Because it is
Um,
hard on your throat. Like, right? I mean, I
well,
can
they're trying to
imagine
make.
it.
I think what they're trying to make it more like a monster, like animalistic, like a
Yes.
sound that can't come out of a
A
human,
human.
a normal human, right? Like
Yeah.
something that would come out of like, yeah, an animal,
Yeah.
right? That you
Yeah.
can't replicate. But I
Yeah.
think like the breathing and the and all that, that
Yeah.
was cool. Like I think that you can sell that still and not
Oh,
need to
yeah.
go to sound effects for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, it
So
did. It worked well. But yeah, I just think that that's such an interesting, like, when you first read the script. Well, yours was very different, like we talked about.
yeah, and
There wasn't the like fated mate, red wrist glow, like,
yeah, I've
you're
seen
my
that a lot.
mate.
I've
Oh my,
seen that a lot. I'm like, where did this come from? This
it's
red.
from Book Talk. I mean, it's from
Oh, I see. I
like
see.
what so my sister reads a lot of the books that basically verticals are based on. And
Yeah.
when I first told her I was watching verticals and I was telling her about like the werewolf ones, she's like, "Oh yeah, that's book talk." She's like, "That's all like the Alpha and the Luna and the Moon Goddess. I mean, that's all
So
that
that's that lure from that. Yeah.
romantic fantasy genre. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
all where that came from."
I
So, but
see.
yes, they just put a red glowy swirly thing around their wrists and now they're handcuffed together for life because they're fated mates. And so
Yeah. Yeah, we took a whole other
you
direction.
guys took a totally different turn. Yeah.
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 And it just felt like not forced. It felt you were in that universe, you were immersed in
Yes.
this world
Yes.
and you're taking on this adventure.
Yeah.
It felt very epic, you know. You have your
Did. Yeah.
war scenes, you have
Hmm.
your romantic
Because like had to
story, your
run
romantic
away at the end. Yeah, there was a
yeah.
lot of
There's a lot. Yeah, there's just a lot of you
adventure.
feel like you're jumping around a lot of places, even though it was very intelligently shot where it wasn't technically a lot of locations, like two major locations, but we used a lot of the places and the spaces in
Yes.
it that made it
Yeah.
look like it was somewhere else. And
Yeah.
that was
And
part of the,
there was some cool scenes like in the woods too,
yeah.
like when like Anna she was like running in the woods at one point. Anyway, that was a cool scene like because you I saw the behind the scenes where the guy was on that little like
Yeah,
one
Oscar
wheel like
was
oh my
on the
goodness, that was
was
we
on I don't even know what you call those, but those electric what one wheel things.
one wheel.
Yeah.
I was like, and he's filming at the same time. I mean,
Yeah, so
like
he's like
that
and he's
was like,
going pretty fast.
yeah, that's
He,
like, and like
'Cause he,
down a hill, like following
yeah,
her run.
I'd never seen that before. It was really cool.
That was so, we should see if we can share that. That was really a really cool,
Oh yeah, like to post about it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think I posted on my stories, but I never posted it like on a reel or
yeah.
something.
That it was just, it was such a, it's just like, those are the things you don't think about as a fan or as someone watching. You don't think about how they shot that scene. Because in verticals, running and even walking, like they don't really film people like walking. Like that's a very common thing in horizontals is, the walk and talk. They don't really
Yeah.
do that in verticals because I think it's kind of harder to track, right? And keep everyone nice and tight in
Yeah, yeah,
the
because of the
camera.
frame.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
plus it's more costly if you have to track it and like set up that equipment
yeah.
and you're trying to get a lot of pages in a day, so you want to keep it contained so you can like flip it and just go to the next shot. So there's like
Yes.
so many logistic things behind it that just doesn't it's but yeah, Christianne figured out how to make the most of the space
Yeah,
and
she did.
just
She did
bring
a
the
great
most
job.
value possible to screen as
Yeah.
we could. And
Yeah, and really creative stuff that we don't see in a lot of standard verticals at all, you
yeah,
know. Yeah.
and it shows because the fans who have watched it,
Yes.
even with the more complicated coin
Yeah.
system
Oh,
and
we
whatever.
were we were hungry for it. We didn't care. Like,
Yeah,
you
no,
know what I
but
mean?
and we
I don't
appreciate
care.
that. Yeah.
I didn't care. But
Well, and that's why we got like some great like stellar reviews and then the
yeah.
awards that have happened. I mean, it's just been
Yes.
so touching and it really elevated me in the space. I feel like that really made me more of a household name amongst the community and they
Yeah.
welcomed me with open arms and everybody, from there started watching all the other ones that I'd done and that was cool to see how that evolution of just the impact. So no, I feel very blessed, very fortunate to have been a part of that and
Yeah.
we're such a talented team. So yeah, if there's any opportunity, I'm even thinking how I can like cast or bring some of the same people back for stuff that
Oh,
I'm working on if it's possible,
yes.
right?
Anna, bring Anna back again. She's
Yes,
amazing.
yes.
She's
And a lot of
amazing.
the supporting cast that,
Yes,
Rin and
yes. And with the
Jack.
action too. That was the unique part of Red Towns. You guys saw a lot more fight scenes. Like you guys actually, I mean, how many days did you take to prepare for your fight scenes?
Well,
Because you like
not as much as you think, because the way that we did it was, well, the way that Christiane did it was she cast everybody that was a martial artist.
yes, which is
So, and
genius.
that's what you got to do. I think I actually talked about this on the panel too,
Yeah.
about how we can elevate the verticals. Is you cast people that have that skill set already.
Yes.
Because
Yes,
if they
100%.
have that skill set already, then you don't need a double. You don't need to do as much rehearsal, and
Mm-hmm.
you can point and shoot, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that was what happened with this. Is that we did one fight rehearsal for a few hours, but everybody's a martial artist. Everybody's like figuring out, okay, do this move. Actually, a lot of it was like self
Oh,
choreographed, and
that's perfect.
then
Yeah.
like Renz would come in, who was one of the actors as well as the stunt
Yeah.
coordinator,
Yep.
and he he would like oversee it and then make little tweaks and then just kind of put it all together and like work with Christiane on how we were going to set it up on the day. And so we videotaped it all,
Okay.
right? And I think you've seen a lot of the
I've
behind
seen
the
some of
scenes,
it.
and
Yeah.
we've posted some
Behind the
of it
scenes.
too. But
Yeah.
we even videotaped more just like getting the sequence finalized. And then while I'm like memorizing my lines and rehearsing, and we all had to do this, I'm memorizing all the fight sequences,
Oh,
all the
yeah.
choreography, because that's what
Yeah.
it is. It's like
It's
it's
a
a dance,
choreo. Yes. Yeah,
choreography,
definitely.
right?
Because you
And
never
so,
like
but
touch each other. I mean, it's all about the angles that
the
the camera's
angle,
going to be at.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But to execute the move so it looks realistic, that
Yes.
takes reps. Like
Yes.
you don't just learn how to punch in a day. It takes years to like build that muscle memory and have that snap and that whip that makes it
Yes.
look realistic,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Like that you don't just
Yes.
you got
Do
to
that.
train that,
Try to chop.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. I could do it easy.
So
I'd be
so it's like
fast.
that reflex, that body. There's like a
Yes.
thousand things
And
happening in
then
your
the
body
person
that you learn.
reacting too has to react without actually
Yes.
getting hit, which is it's a whole other theatrical kind of motion in and of itself.
Yeah, and actually that is even more important than the
Yeah, because
actor's
that's
part.
what sells it. Yeah.
That's what sells it, and that's also the safety part,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So the actor that hits the other person, I mean, first of all, you both want to know what you're doing so you know how to control the power,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
the person that's the trained stunt person will have more reps or more experience getting hit, having a tolerance,
Yeah.
building that strength because it is a conditioning that you have to build
Yeah, that makes
as a
sense.
martial artist. Someone who never fought before they get hit, they're gonna be like, oh, versus a trained
Yes.
fighter, like their body, everything is ready to go. So
Yeah.
anyway, you can take harder hits and you can push the boundaries there. And I
Yeah.
think we talked about this on an interview that I did recently. Like one of the stunts that I did, um, where was it? I get kicked in Red Talons, and I had to take the brunt force. And it was Mason. I was telling Mason, like, kick me harder
Okay.
because it's gonna look fake if
Yeah.
you don't. And he felt
Okay.
bad. I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna hurt him. Like, listen, I take Muay Thai kicks from like guys that are training, traveling to
Yes.
Thailand, and
Yeah.
and like they mash up their shins to be like freaking rocks. I'm like, trust me. just hit me as hard as you can. I can take it. I've been trained
Yeah.
like it's all that training that it's like
And then there's
you feel
trust there
confident.
too. Like he trusted, like that was communication. It's almost
Yeah.
like the intimacy coordinator and then the stunt coordinator. I mean, that's why you need that.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
very similar jobs when you think about it, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
way
because
they
there's
oversee.
a lot of trust and a lot of like
Yeah,
yeah.
and that's choreography too. The
Yeah.
intimacy
Yep, that's
scenes
all
are
choreography.
all
Yep.
dance too. So,
Yep.
anyways, like having that trust that he can go for it. I'm like, I can fall. I know how to fall. I've been trained. Like, just go for it. Just give it
Yeah.
to me. So
What scene
took him
was
a few
that one?
times.
I'll have to watch
That's
that one
when
again.
that's when like I'm like yelling. I got the claws,
Yes.
and I got him like
Yes.
got his throat. That part without ruining too
Okay.
much. There's like that kick. Like you don't see it because it goes so fast, but that's the whole point. It shouldn't look like
No.
it was a stunt. It should look like it was just a natural, like I got flung back.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the guys like throws, like how I could throw James and all that, because he's a trained
Oh,
martial
yeah.
artist,
Yeah.
black belt. Like,
Yeah.
and I got one shot on that because they were saying that we couldn't make too much noise and like we had to stop being
Oh,
noisy at a certain time. So I got like one shot to flip him over. I mean, we had trained it before, but
yes.
like to flip him over and like he knows how to take a proper break fall. He knows his body. He knows how to like do it in a way that's not he's not going to get injured.
Yeah.
And we can't afford him to get injured because he's also
No.
one of the main actors,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So we're taking a few swings in these, but
Yeah.
like that's what you got to do is be with people that are trained in the specialty, bottom
Yeah.
line. And
Yeah.
that's why it looks so seamless. You could not get the type of, and I don't think I mean, you know better than I, how many verticals have gone to that extent of fight scenes that you
Not
see
like that.
in that.
Not
And it
like
was
that at
multiple, right?
all.
We had like five, six fight scenes
Yeah.
throughout,
And
right?
that one big one. And no, nothing like that. I mean, like not in verticals. Not that looks so real. Like they look
Yeah.
so real in Red Talons. Like you
Yeah.
could, I mean, there's a lot of fight scenes, but you can almost see the
If
choreography
they
more than
missed
you
the
see
punch or whatever, yeah, you
a
can
little
see it.
bit. And sometimes they hit it just fine, but you can still tell that it was choreographed, not a fight. I don't know. It doesn't. It's just a tricky one with the timing and how fast you guys have to film in verticals to pull that off correctly. That's why Christianne was so smart to
Yeah. And
cast
I
who
mean
she cast.
it was a team effort where we would rehearse sometimes in between takes, like when
Yeah,
we had downtime on set, be like, okay, so we're gonna go over this sequence, remember this,
yeah,
and we would
yeah,
run it a few times, especially leading up to the next scene. I'm like, okay, our scene's next, like let's go over it. And we'd actually film it sometimes to see how it looked on the
oh
phone, like
yeah,
how we were in frame and everything.
yeah,
So no, there was a lot of care put into it, but again, you're not getting those type of performance if you haven't been trained in martial arts your whole life.
oh
And
no,
you
no,
just know it's like second nature. I'm like, oh, you want to do this? Okay, well, maybe we can adjust because of the space. Let's do this move instead. And we would like change some of the choreography
yeah,
on the
and you
fly.
guys
But it's like, oh,
understand.
just give me this hook, give me this uppercut. Like we can speak in that language, we can
Yeah,
understand
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
angles and yeah, so it was just very fluid that way. And that was that's what you saw on screen. It translated and
It
was
it
really
did. It translated so well in Red Talons. Yeah,
mhm.
which is why it's number one for my
Well, thank you. That's
on
an
my
honor
on
coming
my
from
on my
you.
on my list. Number one werewolf vertical for sure, and not just
Wow.
because of the. It's just everything about it. I mean, the character arcs were amazing. The relationship was, I mean, the tension in the beginning and how it fell into this beautiful romance. And anyway, just, yeah, it was so well done.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun, but like just that whole journey. So yeah, I would work with all of them in a heartbeat. And yeah,
Well, we should because I think one reason why I initially reviewed it, I like was mad. I was kind of mad because I was like, where's the sequel? Like, because I wanted to see it finish. Like, I was frustrated mostly because of that. So
I hope that trend can start. We can make sequels for Red Talons. That would be
it'd be
something.
awesome.
Yeah.
Come on, Christiane, get it done.
Come
Yeah,
on, Christiana Drama Box,
come on.
being a
Yeah,
big studio development head, make it
yeah.
happen.
Make it happen. She has nothing else to do. She can sit down
Yeah.
and pump out another script. I'm just surprised that she didn't already have it planned out. You know, like I think we talked about cliffhangers a little bit. Did we? Yeah, we did. Anyway, but yeah, that'd be so nice to see that one,
You could do
a sequel.
multiple sequels for that. There's a
Oh
whole
yeah.
universe you could do for that.
I mean, the daughters could have their own.
Yeah.
arcs, and I mean, there's so
You
many
could have
things.
more with them on the run, like in the middle, like what's going on with that
Yep,
war,
what
like
their
because the
struggle
war's not
was.
done, and then yeah, you could have the next generation.
Yeah,
So there's like a lot of ways you could do it. It's just a universe,
yeah,
and
it was
that's
fun.
what I feel like. All the verticals have that opportunity. I'm all everything I write as a cliffhanger. Like I write, this is I already have the
Yes,
sequel in mind, and even
yeah,
write a little bit of the next one just to kind of put my head there of to
yeah.
just get that
Well, I
excitement
would
going.
love to see like an epilogue, even at the end, even if they don't tell, even if the sequel isn't like a full arc, but even if it's like 20 episodes at the end, I would love it if they tack on like just a shorter kind of continuance of the story. That'd be so good. That'd be so good.
That's
And
interesting. Yeah,
some of the original verticals are like 90 episodes long.
yeah.
And they basically are two story arcs. It's almost like they told two stories, like they at one point you can tell it's like the start of a whole new, like there's one vertical I like, and the whole second arc is it includes a vampire kidnapping the Luna, like it's a
Yeah.
totally different story, same characters, but
And you could have just
they didn't
just break
release
it
it
up
separate. Mm-mm.
and
No.
just like streamline it a bit, make it tighter,
Yeah.
just get out
Yeah.
all that filler fluff and just make it
Yeah.
a true vertical, which is just keep the pacing going.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I like those ones that it's almost like you get two stories out of one. It's nice when they continue it that way. Yeah, so there you go. That's the inspiration for your next script that you're writing.
Yeah.
Do like
No,
a do like a 10 episode epilogue. And yeah, that'd be nice. Um, okay. I think that was
that's it.
smash bang interview, Stephen. Good job. Good
Well,
job.
thank you. We
You did
finally
it.
did it. We did it.
We did it. And hopefully we can meet with Anna. That's what we're working on now, so that we can talk more about Red Talons.
Let's find Anna.
Let's find
Let's go
Anna.
find
Anna,
Anna.
where are you? No, she's so great. And you guys had such great chemistry, and I'd love to dive deep into,
Yeah, we did.
yeah,
I mean, she's just so talented.
she is.
So I was very lucky we just had a great synergy. I mean, I said it at the where was it at the festival? Someone asked
Oh
like,
yeah, yes.
it was your question that you asked like, how did you get that chemistry? I'm like, well, first of
Yeah.
all, we're Gemini's.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, just think we're on the same page. We just had
Yeah.
such synergy in so many ways, and we hung out a lot before,
Nice. Yeah, that
and
helps.
that helped a lot in
Yeah.
building that trust and just like understanding how to play off of each other and
Mm-hmm.
get into that world. And yeah, we talked a lot of stuff amongst each other, and then also talked with Christianne in quite in great detail, and
Yeah.
just like crafted it. We were like real classical actors.
Well, and Christiane wrote it and directed it, which really helps with you guys selling your character arc too, because you have the source right there. Like, how can
Yeah.
we sell this? How can we deliver? How can you help me better understand? Yeah, that's such a
Yeah,
great.
she brought all those elements
Yeah,
together. Yeah, so we could really break it down and go into depth. No,
yeah,
I would, and she took us aside separately, and we talked about our characters separately. I was like
yeah.
talking to her at length about his whole backstory and
Oh, yeah. Ooh,
where he was
Victor's
going.
backstory.
Yeah, yeah, like just the whole like what he came from because he was this war general like in
Yes.
this world and he had a
Mm-hmm.
lot of trauma himself
Yep.
and he came, I feel, from his own heartbreak from the past and that's what made him so hard. Like I
Yes.
can't I can't just buy into these robot alpha thing. Like that doesn't make sense. Like nobody is just a robot. Like
No.
everybody we're trying to find the humanity in these characters, right? And
Yes.
so
Yes.
they have a past. There's something that makes a
Yeah.
person guarded in the first
Yep.
place to have that as an overcompensation
Yeah,
mechanism in the
totally.
first place, right?
Especially, yeah. And it doesn't even have to be very deep. Like even if you can just give a touch, like, oh, like the last werewolf one I watched, he lost a Luna and he didn't want to commit to a new Luna, but he needed to because he had to. Anyway, that was actually a really good one that I just reviewed. It
I
was
like
on,
that premise already.
yeah, it was, but she didn't want to be another Luna because she had come from an abusive relationship with the first alpha that she had a
Interesting.
relationship with. And so they didn't want to be together at all. But the Oracle is like, you guys have to be together. Like you otherwise she will die. Anyway, it was really, really a good one. It was on Candy Jar. So
That makes sense because it's candy
yeah,
jar.
Yep.
Candy
And they kind
jars.
of they like invented new lore, which I don't
Nice.
always love, but they like kept it consistent and like and it made sense. It was really good. Really well done. So if
But
you want
that,
to watch a
yeah.
good werewolf vertical, it's called
Okay.
Luna Graced. It's really good.
Check it out. Yeah. Well, I mean, I just feel that's where we need to be headed is
It is.
we can have fun with these stories that, these
Yeah.
lores that we've gotten accustomed to that we've loved, but just elevate and bring these new elements and just ground them in
Yeah.
these
Let's do it.
lovely ways.
Do
And
it. Do it yesterday, Stephen. Faster.
that's what I've been doing. That's
I
why I
know.
had to disappear.
I know. I know. It'll be worth it.
I,
It's
I
gonna
mean,
pay
I
off.
was disappearing, but we were still like doing the red carpets and all that
Yeah.
stuff. We were
Yeah.
around. Still,
Yeah. You guys, yeah. I mean, because you still have a life. I mean, you're
yeah.
not totally on the grind all the time. Like, okay, we're signing off.
All
Thank
right.
you so
Thank
much.
you. Is this enough
Okay.
for you? This was like
This was
content,
good.
content. This is good. We got
Yeah.
lots.
We got lots.
Made up for lost time.